Tech. This guy's name is Tech, just Tech. Yeah.
That's his name.
Go. That's his name. Tech. Faster, everyone. Bad Batch. Welcome back to All New Nerds Live, a Wednesday stream where I bet we're probably going to talk about more than just the Bad Batch because with just the two of us, we'll probably go back and forth. But episode 4 of season 2, Faster. We're here to discuss it. Very tech-heavy episode, very funny episode to us. We enjoyed it. We're going to discuss, and just get into it. Get into it a little bit. How you feeling today, Johnny? How you feeling?
Computer sounds like a car motor, so that's a good thing.
It's something.
Chad, welcome.
Chad in the house.
How bad is it right now, though?
It's not so bad. I don't know. It's mid.
All right, well. Hello. Hi there.
Well,
yes, we're talking about episode 4 of Bad Batch. Faster.
Before, what did I say last night? I was like, what's it called? Speedy, quickly?
Yeah, like Speedy, Zippy.
Zippy.
Something like that. Speedy, Zippy. One of those guys.
Faster. One of those guys.
Yeah, but this was definitely, I would like to call it like a bottle ep. It's a kind of a bottle episode.
I think that's what they call it in the biz.
Right? They call it that.
A little bottle. And
I liked it a lot.
No Hunter or Echo in this app.
No, sir.
No Hunter or Echo. And I got to issue, for everyone who watches the VOD, in our reaction, I got to issue a public retraction. I'm sorry. During the thing, I got my pod racers mixed up. I said Team Toe Pagales. That's my favorite pod racer. But really, I was thinking of Clegg Holdfast, the guy who goes, And the Nisoran there was a Clegg Holdfast guy. Sorry. A little mix up.
God damn it, Levi.
I got
a little mix up. Pardon me for the little mix up.
A little mix up. Got a Clegg Holdfast and Team Toe Pagales mixed up.
Right.
My 1999 background pod race aliens. I get them all jumbled up here.
There's a lot of them. I'm shocked you even can attempt it, but anyways.
Yeah, Gasgano and Ben Quadraneros and Rats Tyrell.
Those are the classics.
All the good ones. Mars Guo, guy who goes Rah! Or Mahonic. Mahonic is a good one.
There's a few of them.
There's a couple out there.
Out there.
Anyway, we got some good, because obviously this is we're talking about pod racing. This is a pod race homage app. I mean, this is just, that's what it is. Like they got the
I think I might like it better than pod racing as a concept.
As a concept, maybe, for sure. Because it's definitely more aggressive and more built into the rules. Like they got guns and shields and it's less.
And also, anything can happen.
Yeah, we saw the DeWooten when this was interesting. This is something I wanted to shout out. I was thinking about as a just Star Wars fan of everything. To see it was a sequel alien, a prequel alien, and an OT alien. The Gamorrean, the Nisoran, and then the DeWooten all like in a gang together. It's cool. It's
pretty cool.
It's just cool as a fan.
A lot of references in the battle. The B one on the protocol droid body. Loved that.
Yeah, a little Attack of the Clones reference. Yeah.
Attack of the Clones there.
There was obviously there was a new droid, Teo. There's also like commando droid and stuff. It was cool.
Teo was voiced by
Ben Schwartz. Sonic. The Sonic.
Awesome.
Oh, I didn't even think it's Sonic.
He's
he's
Sonic in the movies.
I know, but still, like the speed thing, and he's got blue droid. That's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
Man, good bits, man. I have not
hella bits in this episode. Like we were picking up on all of them, but
so many bits.
Good bit episode.
I haven't gotten the guy just getting shot in the crowd out of my head. I was like, I still can't believe they did that.
That was like the first one. Like we were all kind of like, oh, that kind of just happened. No, that was funny.
Like when it's the shot of the crowd like, oh, crouching. Everyone gets up. I'm like, oh, Rebels style humor. Like, oh, shooting into the crowd, and the camera just keeps moving, and that guy just got a hole in his chest. I'm like, man.
And then he falls.
Like, this is dark.
But then
can't get over it.
Because we're not liable for any injuries.
I know we're not any death or injuries.
Yeah,
very funny. I liked it. I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm seeing a lot of from what little internet scouring I've done. I've seen some positive reactions to it. I'm not seeing too many negative interactions. Corey Van Dyke, friend of the show, despises this episode.
Despises it.
As does Brent. Brent Age of Grogu as well. He doesn't despise it. I mean, he gave it a 5 out of 10. So that's pretty bad.
He liked the colors.
He's a big fan of it.
It is a color.
In his defense, it was a gorgeous episode. I loved seeing the way that the lighting effect of the tunnels. So you have a circular 3D model, and then the light,
like Coruscant.
And then the light was coming off of the riot pods or whatever, and you could see the light in a concentric circle moving through the tunnel. That's a really cool effect. That's something that you wouldn't see in like season 1 of Clone Wars. But now that we have all these effects, and the budget's a little bit bigger, and
you would not.
It's just
You'd
cool.
seen it. You'd see some blown out scenes in Clone Wars season 1.
Yeah, the lighting, downfall of a droid. Anyone? Ugh.
Might have heard of it.
Ugh. Well, referencing is the first episode in Clone Wars production was like episode 6, and there's this awful scene where Anakin's in the medical bay. If you guys remember, he's in an asteroid field.
Yeah, I should grab a clip.
And they just couldn't finish the lighting, and so to make it work, they just cranked up the exposure, just completely overexposed, and Rex and Ahsoka look like demon people. It's horrific. It looks so bad.
Because they're also not finished models.
They're not finished. Like, it just wasn't done. So they're like, oh, turn up the exposure. It's in the medical bay. It'll look fine. But now, clearly, my point being is we have come so far from that level of just kind of trash that even, I don't know, even like a bottle episode, I think some people might not like, just for the plot structure of it. I'm here for it. I'm here for get the Star Wars animation living in this world.
I am too.
It's fun.
And I used to not be like that. I was like, I just want to get to the story. I'm changing.
I'm changing, Johnny, to like
the year of change.
To like more. You're the pregnant glow. I'm changing.
Okay.
I'm changing him to like more things.
No, this was a very fun app, very well written app. I thought we were all saying that at the end. Loved it. Good bits, good story. Tech's getting the love, dude. This episode haunts me. I don't know
I think he said that episode, as in
droid,
downfall of a droid.
Right, yeah.
No, but I'm getting Johnny to like more Star Wars things. We're gonna rewatch.
I'll give you a little bit, but I think
I'm pulling him in.
Gone on a journey of self-discovery.
I'm pulling him in.
Because I mean, a common complaint, and I'm gonna reference
a common complaint of Johnny.
No, I'm gonna reference friend of the show Corey Van Dyke in a positive way, not in a negative way. But I mean, he wants a certain story, which I understand because that has been set up. The clone story. That's what this is all about. And I think he's very disinterested with the Sid stuff, and honestly, so am I. Honestly, the Sid stuff in season 1 I wasn't a big fan of, but I feel like this, I don't know, for some reason this worked. I don't know why, but it was just a fun ep.
I think we were having fun with it,
which I'm fine with because we had last week was such a banger, like Clone Wars level banger, that I was like, okay, I'm okay with this, and then we'll see what happens next week. I forget what that episode's called, but
it's like buried or entombed
something. But we'll see how that one is. But
I'm always finding the synonyms. It's entombed. I'm like, buried, trapped underground.
I know you're right there.
Submerged.
You're right there.
Something.
Yeah, submerged. Yeah.
Entombed.
Something like that. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, not a ton to break down from the episode, obviously, but it was just, I think it was just all around like a good time, fun ep. Honestly, I mean, I really like Riot Racing.
Yeah.
Like the concept, really, really cool. Like, I love the tunnels. I love the terrain, like all the traps and stuff on the course. And then I loved how all the speeders also the speeders were dope. And I also love how they all had the
absolute shout out to Matt Wood and David W. Collins. And those are obviously the higher level, but everyone at the Skywalker Sound and the sound department who was, the way they mixed the episode, killing it. I mean, it rivals. Yeah. Well, thank you, Gibbs. Loving the colors in this set. Shout out.
Love the colors.
Love the colors.
Thank you, Gibbs.
But the way this episode was sound mixed, it rivaled that of the pod race. Obviously, not to the same scale.
Oh yeah, my God, I forgot about the fucking. That's the music.
That's what I'm saying. We're monetized now. You can't say that.
I know. We have to be. We have
to be a little. Ooh.
A little careful.
The music and but in combination with the effects, like I said, it rivaled pod racing, and I am interested in watching this as a sport. Like, I don't know, it's cool. Yeah, a little of this, guys. Johnny's out of focus. We love making.
There we go.
There we go.
Why is it? Someone's got my cranked. One of my roommates cranked the AC.
Yeah, I see your hair flowing now. It's crazy. Johnny's in a little windstorm. I don't want to I don't want to oversell it because obviously pod racing is iconic and remains like one of the best parts of Phantom Menace and Star Wars. But it was cool. Riot racing was it's cool.
It was dope. I really liked the speeder shape. They were like the circles, and like they had like.
They were circles.
They were like circles. I know that sounds stupid, but I loved the part when Tech comes riding in and he like like offshoots all the ejects, but it's like a I don't know, it was so satisfying. I don't know, it was cool.
I thought it was very Speed Racer like, one of my favorite.
Yes, very much so. This is a Speed Racer.
It doesn't get a lot of love, but the like the claw and the saw coming out, I'm like, this is so Speed Racer. The whole thing and the different tracks.
What was the line where
it was Jet? It was like name. Jet Venoms. It was like Venom. The
yeah,
Venom
he's like
Crush.
Yeah, the Venom. Yeah,
going with the Venom Crush.
Yeah. I loved it. I loved that. But yeah.
I have to go back and write down all of the names of all of the racers because there were some. At the beginning of the show, I was rattling off.
It was a lot. Yeah, I know.
I was rattling off the silly pod racer names, but these ones they had like nicknames that were funny. Like the War Gnome and the Mad Bomber. Like War Gnome. Like what the hell?
Yeah. No, but then they had the whole bit with Tech, and they're like, just Tech, and it's like, yep,
just Tech.
Just Tech.
That's it. All right. And even when he wins, they're like, this guy is it's Tech. All right, sure, it's just Tech. Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. This was, as I mentioned earlier, a Tech and Wrecker heavy episode, and Tech gets the lion's share of straight up screen time and development. Something that he was
so far this season, I feel like he's gotten the most.
Yeah, so something that he was sorely lacking in season 1. Him and Echo were considered the most underdeveloped. And yeah, actually, you're absolutely right. This season of the main batch, Tech has absolutely gotten the most to do.
Probably the most screen time.
And
so far,
probably the most screen time.
Oh yeah.
Badass moments too.
I know, good moments.
Oh yeah, good. This has been a good Tech season.
The episode 2 when he had the broken leg and he was taking down all the
shoots the gunship down with the
good Tech stuff. Yeah, dope.
But even more emotional moments, or not emotional, but more moments with more depth, especially for Star Wars animation. Like when he's talking to Ronar though in episode 1 about how Sereno had a history before the war, and this he's this man who was literally born for this one purpose of this one war as part of this huge Sith conspiracy.
I like this idea, Chad. I like this idea.
But Tech said, I never thought of it that way to this guy. This is obviously from the first couple episodes, but for someone like Tech to say that, I think that's interesting. He says, I never thought of it that way. This is the dude who's always analytical. I'm thinking this, I'm thinking that. He's on top of strategy. He knows everything. For him to not know something, to not comprehend something, that is a development for his character, and how he's going to pass that on to Omega, who is, sort of all the batch's best parts. They're putting it, it's her and her 4 dads. So they're imparting all that onto her. And then in this episode, what he does with Sid, and he learns to race, and I don't know, it's just cool. Like Tech development, man.
It was good. It was good.
Tech stands are eating this season.
I love the bit with, is it Teo,
yeah. Tay0.
He gets destroyed like twice, because there was that moment where he was like, oh yeah, I'm about to race, we're gonna win, and then he gets hit by the speeder, and then Tech is like, well, guess it's me. But it was good. It was funny. Good bit. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, just good Tech stuff. I mean, I think we were talking about this yesterday. I'm worried that they're giving him so much character development that
kill him. Yeah.
Is there gonna be a death? That would suck. That would suck, dude.
I think
it
might be the case though. I've been championing the death theory for a long time now, because I don't know. I think Omega will be the only.
Since season 1?
Yeah, because to me, everyone is always saying, I think the batch can appear in this, in that, in this, in that, X, Y, or Z. I'm like, I don't think the batch are making it out of a couple years past, Order 66. That's me anyway. I think they go taken out.
Yeah, especially not A New Hope or Rogue One.
Well, that's what people are saying. They're like, we'll shoot him in Mando era, or I'm like, no,
no, absolutely not. Omega is the only one that has a chance.
That's what I'm saying. Omega live, because they have accelerated aging too. So
that's true as well.
They'd be like 90. Like you mentioned, like old man Wrecker would die well before.
They could explain it though. They could explain it in a way that they're a different batch, so different aging compared to your average reg. I don't know.
They don't though. If anything, they would have faster.
No,
aging.
I know. Well,
just think about it.
They could.
Think about it. They are younger than Omega, and so they have to be.
True. Yeah,
they have to have accelerated aging because they're fighting in the Clone Wars, and the clone program in general didn't exist 10 years before, so they have to. Only Omega and Boba are the unaltered ones. So it's like, no way. Anyway, those dudes are dead. IMO, in my opinion, my humble opinion. But they're not going to do it all at once.
I agree.
So I think they're giving Tech the development to take them out. I was talking about this last night in terms of the overarching goal of the season. Well, I think we know from the trailer we're going to see Rex again. we know from last season, this season, Rex is putting together the Clone Rebellion. I'm like a broken record. In Rebels, he said, like, he fought, he lost. So we got to see that at some point. So what better to motivate the batch to join such a rebellion where they might get, taken out than the death of one of their own team from the Empire. Maybe Crosshair kills him, and it's like, okay, now, like, we really gotta, or maybe Crosshair turns and they join with them against the Empire. Either way, the batch has to fight the Empire. Bottom line.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna die doing it.
Probably. Yeah. I agree. I think the same thing is gonna happen. I mean, we'll see how it all plays out, but there will definitely be a very sad ending for the batch. I imagine. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think, certainly not all of them are gonna die this season, but they may have like one character, which may be Tech. I don't know. I mean, at this point, I would say it's Tech if any of them were to die this season, just because he's gotten so much character that, like, they're trying to get, like, have him have a full arc before his untimely death. But we'll see.
Anchorman says YouTuber Jen Sari thinks the original Star Wars movies have not been relevant since the 80s. No.
I can give you an answer for that, and the answer is no.
I respectfully disagree. You're entitled to your opinion, but there you go.
I'd like to see the argument, though. I'm curious as to the argument, but I would also say no.
I think one of the joys of Star Wars is that it is pretty universal and timeless in its storytelling. It is truly modern myth making. That's what George set out to do, and I think it will stand the test of time better than, say, part of something like the MCU, or that sounded bad. Something from the superhero genre. Just because some of that stuff is more dated. There's certain things that place it in time, whereas Star Wars is a long time ago. This happened already, guys, and is not our galaxy, so it already happened. What can we do? It's just history. That's what's so cool about it. I mean, honestly, that's the best part. It's always like, oh, well, it already happened, so like,
it's true.
It gives it such a fun little veneer. I don't know. There's not a lot to talk about. Oh, Sid. We thinking Sid we got a little bit of.
Oh yeah, no, they leave the Sid thing at the end there.
Sid hanging out there, like, maybe don't trust Sid, huh? You guys during our reaction were like making jokes about how her and this Malegi, the Dewutin character, were like romantic partners, and I was like, you were making jokes.
They were raising each other up. No, come on,
no. The implication I got was that they were former business partners and that she screwed him over, and I was like.
Probably,
that's what I was.
That's probably the actual.
But the whole time you guys were like, "Oh, romance!"
No, they risen up. Well, I was joking.
Nah, man, nah.
But come on, I don't know.
Anyway, point being is, I think he gave them a genuine warning there at the end. Like, don't trust Sid. She might
Yeah, so I wonder where that leads us to the end of the season with what Sid's gonna do. Is she gonna get involved with the Empire? Like, who knows?
I don't know if she'll get involved with the Empire, but I could see her selling out the batch to survive.
Sure, but that may be to the Empire or Crosshair or someone that tracks her down.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I did want to see, though. I was disappointed. I wanted to see Tech fight Jet Venom. Jet Venom, sore loser, goes for the gun.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Tech like outdraw Jet Venom or something. Like, badass Tech moment. He just caps the guy.
Some like Cad Bane moment.
Yeah, Cad Bane moment, but it's Tech and Jet Venom. Legendary. That would have been legendary. I would have loved that so much. Yeah.
But it was interesting how his boss stopped him, though. That was interesting.
Well, I think because then it adds the layer of, he says a deal's a deal. This is a fair player. This guy has a level of respect, and he's saying that Sid doesn't. It makes you trust that a little bit more. Because I don't know, if this guy doesn't trust Sid, who does? Like, how are we meant to trust Sid? So it might plant that seed of doubt in the batch's mind.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious to see. I feel like Sid got a little extra like character development, or not character development, but character background perhaps in this episode. So I'm curious to see where that continues on. But
yeah, Johnny's a little bit limited with his input because of his I
have to be limited. I'm sorry.
His audio situation.
Unless you want the background to sound like a car motor.
Forgive the one-sided conversation, audience. I'm trying to think of what else is really super relevant to talk about. It was just a fun ep. I mean, we
I
can
don't
only
know,
say
a
it so
fun,
many
enjoyable ep. I mean, not much to break down.
Not much to break
I mean,
down.
definitely some character stuff. I mean, we brought up Sid, but Tech obviously. I love. Oh yeah, I think we brought it up, but the ending where obviously, well, spoiler alert, Tech won the race. So
Hey, spoilers.
Spoilers. So everyone cheering on Tech that was a good moment for Tech. Go to Tech moment. He needed that. So
the whole episode was Tech moments.
It's true.
Yeah,
The record kind of took a sideline too.
It was a fun, simple episode. Oh, another quick shout
out.
Good
recap, yeah.
Not shout out necessarily, but I did really like in the opening scene we got to see what the batch looks like out of their armor, like the undersuits. Their new undersuits.
Actually, that's looked
true. Very cool. Joseph coming in with the waiting for the Sid Sith reveal. Maybe so. It's sort of a Darth Jar Jar-esque theory. Maybe Sid
never trust a Trandoshan.
Sid was in the shadows the whole time from the very beginning, as Leia would say about Emperor Palpatine. That line has always been so awkward to me because it's written. Never mind.
It's a little. Well, I know you're. Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately, that's a Tross conversation. We'll go for an hour about that. I go, yay! Johnny goes. Now, Joseph, when you finally see the Christmas special, holiday special.
Yeah.
Like it's still
we'll
coming.
See.
Guys.
Working on it. I swear we're working on it.
Don't say we'll see. Don't say we'll see. It's worth it. It's worth the wait. It's so good. It needs to come out eventually. I've been pulling the guys to just call it the seasonal special because it's not a holiday.
I don't think we can call it a holiday special.
I know it's like this is the seasonal special because there's no holiday.
I think I might just title it the sequel.
The sequel. Let's just call it the sequel. That's good. Anchorman, we're doing like a Dance Monkey Dance portion of the show. Levi Elmo voice. Elmo. I can do Diego Luna. I'll do Diego Luna in freaking Sesame Street, Mexico, saying Elmo. I'll do that. He goes, Elmo. And Elmo goes, Diego. And it's just like that, everyone. Thank you. I'm glad 8 people saw that on the internet.
Thank you for that, Levi.
I'm covering for you, man. I'm covering.
No, I know.
I'm trying to vamp.
My computer's making that sound again.
When is it coming out? Well, Johnny's computer, as you know, Joseph, has died multiple deaths. It's like Puss in Boots.
He knows the answer to this question, so.
Yeah. You did work hard. This is a spoiler for the holiday special for those who care. It's seasonal special. He worked hard. Joseph makes a couple cameos. Now I'm not gonna sing the Elmo song, but in the Diego voice. Although we're not. I'm tempted.
No. That's for a later date.
What else is going on, Johnny? What else is going on? I feel like we've been waiting for James Gunn's DC announcement for.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with that.
4 months.
I mean, it's the 18th, so they said January we're gonna know stuff. So we'll see. Probably will be end of the month.
Do you see The Rock was on like an interview the other day, and was like, "We're working with Zaslav to discover what Black Adam's future looks like." But he's just not. Black Adam just isn't in this version of the DC universe. But he will be going forward. I'm like, when, man? Like, come on.
I don't think so.
Can't be doing that, Rock, Mr. Dwayne, Mr. Rock Johnson. Yeah. I don't want to go into a DC.
My computer sounds like a tea kettle.
A DC doom hole again. I don't want to go to this place.
No, I mean, we that was.
Johnny, I must say we've talked about Bad Batch.
That was a lot of our 2023.
we might have to, as you can see at the All New Nerds, we've been having a lot of.
We're falling apart. It's 2023. We're falling apart, but we're gonna
it's
build.
It's the year of falling apart.
It's the year of falling apart, but we're bringing it back up.
I'm telling you, we always say we're this close. We're changing. We're back. We're getting a new channel banner, guys. We swear.
We are.
It's just. Yeah,
I can fix my computer.
Yeah, John, we've been. It was a quick Bad Batch episode. We've been going now for about the length of the episode. We've talked about it. I'd say
we've gone the length of the episode.
I'd say we
That's
gave
good.
it. We had a solid, people in the chat. We love seeing you.
We would bring people.
I'd say we gave it. Johnny, just nod your head. We'd give it like an 8 out of 10. Like this? Yeah, an 8 out of 10. Okay. We liked it. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry, we're going to have to cut the stream off a little bit early. This is a fun one. Once again, thank you guys for watching live in chat. We should have some podcasts coming up this weekend. Maybe some Batman.
Stuff is coming. Yes, actually, it is.
Actually, Johnny just has to get his computer fixed, and so it doesn't sound like
Dylan is around though. Dylan is around.
So the noise, so it doesn't sound like a droid. A rogue droid is assaulting him every time he talks into his mic. But thank you guys again. I can't thank you enough. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, all that crap. It's good crap, you know. Bye. Bring the Batman podcast. Wow. All right, bye, everyone.